What's up, everyone? Chico Melanated. And someone asked, is anyone watching Chasing Love? And I am. I watched, obviously, I watched the first two episodes like a couple days ago. And then ever since I have watched the first two episodes, I've been waiting for the third episode to drop, right? So I watched the third episode last night. And obviously, I made a, we were talking about all the shows I had watched because I had like binge watched Air for Four Elements, obviously Chasing Love, obviously Love Beyond Dreams, and I also have been. I finished watching Heart Code, and I finished watching, almost finished watching Broken in Love. But let's talk about Chasing Love, just because I'm new to all these actresses, and their show is really good. I like all their ladies. I particularly like a song's friend, uh, Pele. Pele, I want to say, and then well, both of her friends. The one that she took under her wing in the researcher, Floyd, especially from I Want to Be a Superstar, and then the other girl. So it's like Jenny. I think it's like Jenny and Fa. Those are their real names. So I like their ship. Um, just because I like them from I Want to Be a Superstar with Lily and Bell, shout out to the Change. These are all the Change ladies, right? So I imagine under them, all of them underneath contract. But in episode three, um, we really got to see. Like I said, I really like this song and playing. And I like the grandmas too because the grandmas are like futuristic, but still kind of stuck in a little bit in the past, especially especially no playing in P Mud's grandma. Like I like that she still set her up with a date with a girl, but talking down on Song because she's like a commoner was like not it's not what I expected, but I like how that's how they told us. Like, okay, because playing is high society, she can't technically she shouldn't be chasing after Song like she was describing her as. And so I was like, you know what, that actually makes sense. I can understand that. And like I said, none of the grandmas are homophobic, which is really nice. They actually support their granddaughters, just in different ways, right? And so as you see in episode 4, we're gonna get the grandmas gonna pull up and meet each other. So they're gonna have like everybody's gonna get to meet each other. But anyways, um, what we got to see in episode 3 was a little bit more background on Song's friend that she met at the club, right? And how she's kind of been through a lot of abuse as a young person, and this is why she kind of like not sells herself, but yeah, she's more expressive to all different types of archetypes, just because of how she was brought up and how her mother kind of probably did the same type of work. Not saying that she's a prostitute, but I just say open sexually, like out in the club, and I feel like that is obviously due to her upbringing, and which is really sad because it's just like, damn, to see that flashback of her, I was like, it really was deep. Because and also Pete Mudd's flashback with grandma always talking about how useless she is because she's not teaching Song how to fuck. She's not teaching playing how to be a shit. Hold on, my god, hold on. Okay, I forgot where I was, but anyways, yeah. So, but in general, I like the setup of them introducing us to 3 new ships because I do feel like right now we're in that. I'm not saying we're in that era because, like I said, I'm new to the game, but true to the game. I don't know how long I can keep saying I'm new to the game. I think I need to be in here a little bit until next year, till I'll finally say I'm not new to the game anymore, but I'm still a newbie. Um, I like the 3 ships. It's because it's giving us, like, first of all, I like Song, like the tops that we're getting. Her and Pile from Love Beyond Dreams. I like these new tops, or just more influx of their energy. I think she has a great they have great energy. Um and I think it's really given. I think that's why the collective is really liking these shows or these women, because they're like these new type of archetypes with different energies when it comes to the tops. Because we've only had so many, so I do think they bring two two different or two new archetypal energies when it comes to playing that top role. Well, Song and P Ling and I want to be I want to be a superstar in Love Beyond Dreams. Right. And what else do I have to say about Chasing Love? Like I said, um, she had a dream about this woman in the first episode, and she ended up hooking up with her. And like I said, I thought it was very interesting when Playing was like, "This is my first time," but she was on an app and she was willing to give it up because it was obviously Song, which was crazy. But hey, it is what it is. She had to do, and now, like I said, she opened a coffee shop or matcha shop for her girl. And like I said, episode 3 was pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. And episode 4 is gonna give us some more stuff too. When we from P, I like P Mud. I like her big sister energy to play, and I just feel bad for her that grandma's always beating her up for like not being a sister that scolds playing. Because I'm an older sister, but like no one looks out for the older sisters, so it's very hard to navigate life when no one truly looks out for you. And you have always been told to look out for others, but who's truly looking out for you? So I really understand P Mud and like people and how like her grandma talks to her. It's just like no, she doesn't have an older sister or older sibling to like support her the way Playing does. Like so I think that's real sad. So shout out to all the older sisters. It's really hard out here. Um, because it's just we have so much to carry. No one wants to help us carry the load, which is sad. Besides each other. Anyways, but P Mud and I forgot her shit partner or her lady. They really didn't have too much conversation. She was really sad, so they just met at the little cafe shop, and she stayed and they drank beer or whatever. So we really didn't get no conversation from them. And like I said, we briefly got a little bit from Ploy and um, her girl Pele or not Pele. I don't know. I don't even know how. I don't. Sometimes it'd be hard. I would just call her Jenny. Her name, her real name, something like that. Jean, is it Jean? Look, I'm still learning. They all got very different, unique names, and sometimes they be very similar. And like I said, I'm a nigga, so I'm just like I'm gonna do my best. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. And that's all you can ask a nigga to do. Real shit. Um, but Chasing Love, I think, is a hit. Like I said, I've been watching a lot of shows because I mean, a lot of companies are putting out content for GL because they understand like right now, look, you have opportunity to gain a whole bunch of fan support if you put the right two ladies together and they have really good chemistry on screen. And obviously the fan service. If they're able to perform that really well, they also can boost their visibility on social media. I really don't, like I said, I don't really be on their hashtags on social media. I kind of see somebody else, and then most of the time I see them. It's just them in their show on social media compared to others. But hey, this is my first actually Chasing Love video, so maybe I'll get some more videos in my algorithm to see what they may be doing off the screen. But overall, I already watched their reactions to the show, to the first 2 episodes, I believe. I know for sure I watched the first one, but yeah, I think this show is really good. Chasing Love. I mean, you saw in this episode, Song was really thrown off that her girl wasn't there, and really sad because it's like she was getting used to her, checking in on her, messaging her, and I guess it makes sense when like you have somebody chasing you and then you like stop because not because she wanted to, that's because grandma had her doing something else, but and then she just botched the project. And it's just like, damn, P Song, like, you, nigga, not you slipping for a little Playing, nigga. Oh, shit, like I said. And I'll have to talk about some of these archetypes and how they present themselves, especially on the show, and what type of archetypes you kind of see how the collective is really gravitating towards. Because Song and even, what's her name? Autumn? That played in Broken in Love, like this similar unique archetype, you're starting to see a pattern, right? But I think it's really unique because the collective is eating it up. And similar to Ran too from Love Beyond Dreams. I'll have to talk about it more. But anyways, Chasing Love is definitely a hit. Deuces.